Snow Splendor, Book 1, Laughter with Meaning, Short Story 6. A fresh morning had opened its eyes in the womb of darkness. It was fine morning. Nice mornings always gives nice feelings. All plants, leaves and flowers were battered into silence. Dewdrops were still showering down on stones and plants. Dewdrops glisten. Plants and vegetables gave the look of freshness in glistening and showering dewdrops. Many birds spoke in their native languages. Few of them had already sung their morning songs. But the nightingale remained alone in its silence. It was staring at the beauty of the garden, whose name was Narcissus. Each sunrise of the day was a message of life for all of them. The coming day was a new experience of life for all of them, because sustainability changes. The happiness was to live again with a newly born spirit and force. A native frog near to the pool of water would jump here and there with pleasure. It was the only spirit, the frog, knowing that they would never ever born again. The jolly and active lizards were climbing up and down the branches of the mulberry tree to find out the food of their taste and respect. Taste was a matter of respect and development for them. But the eyes of the nightingale were seeking the meaning of the fresh day, even though it would regularly sing a song to perceive distinction as an activity. But the problem that the nightingale always had, the force of impression his songs did not have. His songs seemed soulless to him. He wanted to achieve perfection in the lowest as well as the highest notes, to create solid figure with a solid ground. This is why he kept singing on to get the beauty of effect. He produced notes after notes, lines after lines, but each poem and verse contained another new theme that kept him busy to find more meanings with irregular figures and grounds. He was in search of a kind of perfection in one single theme. Each line was another new story. He felt as though he had no power. He did not have a real spirit at all, which could keep him silent this morning. How much does this life have vastness? Thought the nightingale. Suddenly the eyes of the nightingale met with the opening eyes of the narcissus. The nightingale looked carefully. He found that there were pools of tears in the eyes of the narcissus. I know this flower well. It does not need a lot of regular water like the other flowers demand. It just survives on the water of the rain in winter. It does not require something else, thought the nightingale. Hi, you, the symbol of self-worship, why do you weep? I thought as though you were the beauty of this field that really knows how to remain calm. You really have a lot of patience. You have disinterestedness. What's the reason that makes you weep? Do your eyes produce tears too? Asked the nightingale. Yes. If someone has eyes, his or her eyes have to contain a secret. For that secret, these eyes shed tears, answered the narcissus with a cold sigh. What's that secret? What kind of secret it is? Inquired the nightingale. That's the secret of life, replied the narcissus. Life, repeated the nightingale, becoming more curious and feeling more dissatisfied. Yes, life. The duration of my life in each season is too short, just like a feature film. Its whole process is just a matter of a single span of a soft and brief smile. Nothing else. replied the Narcissus, dropping down the last drops of tears. Those drops vanished soon in the soil to maintain the humidity of the earth for the natural birth of the Narcissus in the coming spring. Now the nightingale started singing on with a strong impression. It was a state like a solid ground on which the shortness of the life had been fixed as a solid figure, having an orientation in time and space. This impression also had a strong root in itself, hopes, dreams, intentions, and knowledge through perceptions. A strongly structured ground of feelings and emotions had turned into a common ground that each and every living and non-living object was feeling in the atmosphere, where the nightingale remained the main figure of focus and attention.